All right, guys, so I'm going to attempt to show you what the students are going to see today in class when we do this activity involving the moon phases. So in my classroom, you can see I have all the lights off, and I have this machine that projects a bright light. That is meant to be the sun. You as a person are meant to be the earth. And then I have on a pencil, this is on a pen, a foam ball, and this is meant to be the moon. So I'm going to stand in the light, and hopefully it will show up on here. No, it's too bright. There we go. Do you see how half of this foam ball is lit up on the left-hand side? So from space, the moon is always half lit. We've talked about that before. Since it's a sphere and light can't bend without help, half of the moon is always lit. So if you were in a spaceship watching the sun and the earth and the moon, as the moon traveled around the earth over the course of the whole month, you would see that regardless of where it was in space, half of that moon would always be lit. But sometimes, none of it is lit. So I have this set up as an eclipse, so that doesn't, blast your your camera out. But when we are in what would look like a straight line from up above in our spaceship, it would go sun, moon, earth. The back side of the moon that we can't see from Earth is what's lit. So for us, we see a new moon. The Earth turns and makes a day. 1, 2, 3 Earth days. Do you see how there's a crescent of light on the right-hand side? It starts like right here. Just this little part on the side here is lit up. Okay, so 3 days in to our moon tracking sheet, we were able to see a decent-sized crescent. And then the Earth spins and makes a day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Oops. Sorry about that. My sun turned off. Now we should see the right half of the moon is lit up. That was our first quarter. And then we go day 8. All right, first quarter moon, day 8, day 9, day 10. It's hard to tell, but on the left-hand side, like right over here, is a little bit of a darkness. That's that waxing gibbous. And then to make a full moon, I have to hold it up above my head so I'm not in the way. Normally, that's what happens, so we can see a nice, bright full moon. So from up above, 2 weeks in, you would see sun, earth, moon, and now we get to see the whole lit half of the moon. And then we have a couple days later, on Friday, when the clouds clear out, we'll see a waning gibbous. Do you see how on the right-hand side now it's getting darker? And then we have 3 more days, and we have what's called the last quarter moon. That should happen, around Monday of next week, where the light is on the left half now instead of the right half. And then we go a few more days, and we get a waning crescent. So it's only lit a little bit on the left-hand side. And then by the time we get to May 9th, at the end of the cycle, we go back to seeing a new moon. So this makes a lot more sense when you're here in person and able to see the change. But as the moon revolves around the earth, it changes how much of that lit half of the moon we can see. Okay? So it takes a whole month for the moon to go around. And that's why we see the phases in order every time. It just keeps repeating every 28 and a half to 29 days. Okay? So I hope that helps. When you guys return to school, if you want to try this out for yourself in person, just let me know.